Good day, my beautiful people. Welcome to a new episode of Free Your Journey, and I am your host, Queen Ro. I thank you guys so much for liking and subscribing and following me on TikTok, also following me on Instagram, and your huge support on Facebook. I thank you guys so much. You guys have been amazing. I am shocked at all of the people that I'm reaching. I'm extremely excited for all of the people that I'm reaching, and I know this is nothing but divine will, divine accomplishments for myself. So I thank you so much for being a part of the tribe. I love you guys so, so much. I love you guys so, so much. And before we jump into this episode, I hope that you're having a great week. I hope that you've already got your tickets for a Free Your Journey Tea Party, which is next Saturday. It's going to be February the 26th at the Core Total Wellness Spa. Make sure you get your tickets because I want to make everything design and detail just for you. So I'm waiting to see your name on the list so I can write you down and make everything that I have suited for you, especially for you. Okay. So once again, that is FYJ highteaparty.eventbrite.com to purchase your tickets. Okay, you can also just go to Eventbrite and type in Free Your Journey High Tea Party. You can also find a link on Yelp events, and also there is a link on AJC events, so you guys can click on all these resources and it will bring you back to Eventbrite page so you can secure your tickets. Be sure to bring a friend, bring your mom, bring your auntie, bring someone who you know needs this celebration of healing, needs to be in a room with other women who are embracing and embarking who they truly are, and so excited to be amongst this universe, amongst this world, amongst this energy that we're creating, which is love. So I'm hoping that you guys come through and show out, and please be sure to wear your royal attire. Please be sure to wear your tea party attire. Whatever you feel that makes you fabulous, what makes you queen like, show up and show out. Okay, ladies? Okay, queens? Okay, queens? So this episode this week, guys, we are actually just I'm talking about health journey and how I started just being on a journey and staying committed to my eating habits and staying committed on my health and wellness journey. So really, I've always been a picky eater. I'm not gonna say a picky eater, but I've always been more of a natural eater. Like I always like natural things, natural fruit juices and such, until you start to get older and you realize that all of those natural juices that you like aren't really 100% juice. So now when I'm in the store, I actually read to make sure that it's not concentrated, like it's all 100% juice. And there's a few of them that are 100% juice, like Simply is 100% juice, Palm is 100% juice, Dole is not really 100% juice, Tropicana not really as much, but they do have certain brands that do say 100% all natural juice, or it says no sugar added. Look for things as such as that if you're trying to change your lifestyle around. But back to what I was originally stating, I didn't really started transitioning my eating habits until maybe, I'm not really sure the year. I want to say maybe it was early 2018, end of 2019. It was in between those times. But during this time, I had a bad doctor visit, and they were telling me that, yeah, you're going to need this type of procedure so we can make sure that your cell counts are proper, and basically this was going into something that I was basically encountering, because I'm not gonna say battling, because we fought that's done. So encountering in my visits that was going to play in my womb area. So mind you, last week I was talking about womb wellness. So I think this message just goes hand in hand. So with me receiving that information about me having some womb issues, I was like, nah, that's not possible, because I already know what's been said to me. I already know, and I know what I believe. I believe that we are natural healers. We can heal ourselves, and then the divine is always going to come through and do the ultimate healing for us. He lives within us to heal us. So I don't need, my mindset is naturally like, I don't go to doctors for the doctors to tell me anything about me, because I know that I'm going to hear it from God first. And this was the first time in my life that I actually, after that visit, I really don't go to the doctors anymore, because I know that God is giving me messages on how to heal myself. And aka the womb wellness and the fasting and the cleansing and such. So all of that just goes hand in hand. But with me receiving that news, I had a friend who I'm thankful for. She's the same friend who gave me the Sacred Woman book. And little does she know that she has just blessed my life completely by her just being obedient to what God called her to do, which was being that person for me in that moment. And I don't know if she knows that, but that's what she did for me. She was one of God's messengers. And she gave me the book, and she also was like, hey, let's just try not eating meat for a little period of time. And actually, I think it was like we weren't eating red meat for a little while. And I was like, sure, let's not do that. So we were just eating chicken and turkey and things like that. And I realized how much it had helped my body. I realized how much energy I had. I realized that me going back to the doctor to get a retest on those said cells that they were talking about was no longer there. Like it didn't exist. So I knew that I was doing something right. I knew that the change that I had made was appropriate for my body. I knew that this friend that was blessed me with this information of just changing my diet for just a month. I do believe we only did it for like a month. And I decided to stick with it. I decided to stick with the pattern. I decided to like, yep, I'm not gonna eat red meat. Nope, I'm not gonna eat meat at all. Well, actually, it was no, I'm not gonna eat red meat. And then I decreased to I was just eating chicken and turkey. And then I took the turkey and the chicken away, and I just was eating fish. So, and I did pescatarian for a year, and now I'm strictly just trying my hardest, guys, because sometimes I do crave fish, but I'm going to get rid of that craving too, because we have to learn how to master ourselves. You have to learn how to master what you're trying to become. Like if you want to be this vegan person or this vegetarian being, this holistic person, you have to commit to it. It's not going to happen overnight. Like you're going to have to try it in trials. Like you can try these things cold turkey, of course, but I don't suggest it because your body has to adjust to not eating certain things. Your body has to adjust to not intaking protein. And I have my aunt on this journey with me as well, who kept telling me, you're not eating meat anymore. You need to incorporate more protein in your diet. You need to incorporate more protein in your diet. And I was thinking that I was incorporating protein in my diet because I eat vegetables, I eat beans. Like that's the majority of my diet. Like I love black beans, I love red beans, I love lentil beans, I eat mushrooms a lot. So I do incorporate eating protein. Also, I drink protein drinks, and I also make my smoothies with the protein powder. So I have incorporated different things in my lifestyle. I don't really use sugar a lot. I use a little sugar in my tea. I try to use honey a lot. I drink only herbal teas, no decaf. I mean, no caffeine. I try to use decaf all the time. So just herbal teas with no caffeine in it. I don't drink sodas. Like I was a heavy soda drinker. Like I loved me a Fanta. Orange Fanta was my favorite soda. I love me some Pepsis, which I do crave. When I have my cravings, the Pepsi and a bag of chips is something that's still my weakness. I don't know if that's something that I'm ever going to give up. But actually, I haven't had a Pepsi in, let's say, about 2 months. So I'm proud of myself. So you just have to commit to what you're trying to create for you. Like, when I started off, I was telling my family, pork is bad for you. Pork is nasty. I don't know why y'all eat that. I don't understand that. I don't get it. And this is from me, the child who used to love pork chops. Like, pork chops was my favorite meal. Fried pork chop, give me some yellow rice, some green beans. I'm in that thing. Or I make me a pork chop sandwich, whatever it was. I just love pork. Pork was what it is. Some bacon. Oh my gosh, there's nothing like waking up and smelling the bacon and the eggs when your grandma up in there whipping it and getting it right for breakfast. But I no longer indulge. Like the bacon still smells good to me, but I don't eat it. Like I look at the piece of meat and I'm like, ew, that's greasy. That's gonna stick to my body. I'm good. Like I'm to a perfect weight that my desired weight. I feel like when I look in the mirror, I look good. I'm proud of my accomplishments. I'm not really a person that worked out a lot. I walk. I may jog a little bit. I like to do yoga. I like to do aerobics. If I was to do a workout, aerobics and cardio, or just going to the gym, walking on the treadmill, or being on the elliptical is all I need for me. The boot camp things, like I think I'm athletic, like I have athletic abilities, but I just choose not to do those type of things. Like I'm all for fun though. Like I love having fun, but at the same time, it's something about getting sweaty that makes me like, ew, that's nasty. But I still enjoy doing on my health journey and what works for me. And I feel like me walking and maintaining my walks and my yoga is keeping me at my design weight along with my healthy diet. So, with that being stated, I also like drinking the natural nectar juices. I think they're so good. Like, I first started drinking them when I used to eat tacos all the time from my little favorite spot. I think it's called Locos Tacos and or Los Locos Tacos. And I also had this other spot that I like going to as well, Del Taco. Not Del Taco. I forget the name of this spot, y'all, because I haven't eaten there in such a long time. But I used to go there all the time. And, you get like the little drinks that they have. That's made from nectar. So I started to like go into the farmers markets or to like the little Asian shops or the Hispanic shops or wherever that they sell the nectars and like the big, they may sell them in like Publix and Kroger and Walmart too, but I always get mine from the farmer's market. And they last forever, and you can mix them with your smoothies, you can mix them with any type of thing, any type of other drink that you like, but I just love drinking them because they're 100% juice. Also, I drink a lot of water. Like I did not know how much water I drink until I started saving like the jugs. I go through a lot of water, and that's mainly because I don't like drinking the faucet water. So I drink the gallon. I buy in gallons of water, and I just drink it all day. Like I at least get 8 glasses of water, of course, and then I also use it for my tea, and I also try to use it when I'm cooking because I don't like the faucet water. I may need to invest in a filter, but I kind of want to go to my own springs and get my own water. I feel like that's the level of commitment I'm on now. Like I just want the healing water, the water that's gonna make me naturally just amazing. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I sometimes I question that because I'm like the water be dirty when you go to like these little lakes and creeks and stuff. You're like the water dirty. I don't know if I could drink that. So I'm still in between like what's the best way to get water. What is you guys' best brands of drinking water? Because I do not like Aquafina, but I'll drink Deer Park. I'll drink Fuji. I love, it's a brand that they sell. Oh, Smart Water, but it's another brand that they sell in QT, and I forget the name of it. But that water is so good. Like it has like, I think it's called Blue Mountain. It has the mountains on the water. Oh my goodness, that water is so refreshing. It is so good. And I used to be like, I didn't like water as a kid, but they don't have no taste. It doesn't taste good. But now I think that's because I was drinking faucet water and it tastes like dirt. So no, I don't like that water. And now I can definitely tell the difference in between if it's clean water or if it's dirt water. And nobody, like kids don't like dirt water, so give your kids some spring water when you guys are trying to transition them from drinking all of the sodas and the pops and the juices. Give them some spring water. It's refreshing, it's good. They even have natural water juices for the kids now. Just introduce something different to their bodies so they're not taking on your old habits. Like I was recently watching an episode of This Is Us, and it was a moment between Toby and Kate, and they were talking about their son. And he was like, he felt as though he was eating too much sugar, too much snacks. And she felt as though he's a kid. Let him do what he wants to do. Like, I got it. And then at the end of the episode, like they had a mommy daddy talk, and he let her know, like, we're heavy set people. We were heavy set kids. I don't want my children to go through the same trauma that we did because we didn't know how to take care of ourselves. And I love that that message was brought into that episode because that is what we're doing here in the real life. Like we're on Free Your Journey, we're learning different habits so we don't be like our parents. We're learning different habits so we can become better. Like we've already seen grandma and grandpa and uncles and cousins die from diabetes, die from heart failure, die from I about to say glaucoma, die from lung cancer, die from any type of cancer. But instead of us looking and learning from this, because I love me some history and I love me some science. So why not take what we have already seen in our lives and try to learn from it? Okay, so this person did this. maybe we shouldn't do that as much. This person does this. Maybe we shouldn't do this as much. If you know that your grandma, your great grandma, and your great 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 grandmama, they all passed away due to lung cancer because they all had an addiction to nicotine, that is now in your family DNA. You have to cleanse that up. You have to be the person that's like, no, I'm not going to die from nicotine. I'm not going to die from no cigarettes. I'm not going to die from this. Like, this will not be the thing that stops me. Another thing I want to say is we can't continue to blame God for things that are disruptive in our life when He's given us the way out. That He's given us the tools, He's given us the guidelines, He's given us the detailed instructions on how to better ourselves, but yet we're continuing to do something that's not good for our will. We're continuing to do something that's not good for the will of all of us, not just for you, because you're not on a this is not a self mission. Like, you have your own purpose, but it's all for God. So you can't be selfish out here and be like, well, right now, today, I'm going to choose to smoke this box of cigarettes. I don't care about what what my family has to go through. I don't care about what my kids have to go through. I don't care about them suffering with these things that I could have handled a little better. I don't care about that. You have to look at the bigger picture and realize that these trauma, these incidents, these things that are reoccurring in your life is because somebody didn't step up and say, no, we're doing something different this time. We're doing something different this time. We have to get things together this time. Like, why are we constantly communicating and gathering together, doing the same thing over and over and over, and we're not learning anything differently? We're not learning from our mistakes. We're just allowing the mistakes to continue to happen, and nobody's stepping up to doing it a little bit differently. Nobody's like, well, hey, grandma said that we should try it this way, so let's try it this way. Because I remember grandma was like writing down some things in the book, and she wanted some of us to try this because she wasn't able to. We're not taking the information that our ancestors have tried to leave us, tried to give us, because we're so stuck into our own ways. Like, I really wish that grandma and grandpas would just write down everything so we could just know. Like, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this, don't do that, because it's not beneficial for you. But sometimes we have hard-headed people within the family that have to learn through their own mistakes. I'm one of those people. Like, I felt like, okay, well, me putting myself here and me doing this, I'm going to learn better. But now I'm learning from others. I'm good on being the person that throws themselves out. It'd be like, yes, use me for the trauma experience. No, I'm good. Like, I've already had my traumatic experiences. I've learned from those traumatic experiences. And now I'm showing you a better way of doing things. And that's what comes into play when it's time for you to be a parent, to be a leader, to be a wife, to be a father, to be a missionary, to be a messenger, to be whatever God's calling you to be in the season of your seasons. He's going to get you ready for that. So you don't have to worry about that. But we have to learn when we are relearning things. You have to reprogram what you've already been taught and let go of the ways you've already been thinking. You get what I'm saying? Like, I did read in the Bible that when you intake food, it doesn't make you like less of a person. It doesn't make you less than what God calls you to be. It doesn't make you less than perfect because you still indulge in particular items. No, it does not. But what I'm saying to you is, if you're knowing that your family has a history of things, you have to act accordingly. If you know that your family trauma is from everybody being on this particular drug, you have to learn that, well, this isn't going to work for me. Because I've already seen mama and daddy do this. So it ain't going to work for me. Me being addicted to soda ain't going to work for me because my skin ain't going to never be clear. Me being addicted to going out to eat every week is not going to help my pockets. It's not going to help my body either. You get what I'm saying? It's like we have to learn what suits us best. Me, myself, I've created a budget for me. I don't like going out a lot. I don't like spending money on unnecessary things because in my mind, I still have things to do. I still have things to accomplish. I still have businesses to fund. I still have a house to buy. I still have houses to buy. I still have things to do. You get what I'm saying? Like, so it's like I have a different mindset on how I spend my money now because I know what it's like. I know what it's like to have a lot of money and just spend it on things and then look back and be like, where'd my money go? where my money go? I don't understand. Like, those are the things that I'm learning now. So me learning how to cook at home, me learning how to do things according to how to manage my money better, and just cooking at home and learning new recipes and not eating certain things is helping me save. It's helping me save, and it's helping me to also be more connected to me spiritually. Like, me switching my diet has just opened up my spiritual gifts in a way that's so clear. It's like you just vibrate on this different energy. Like, it's like this clear energy, this freeing energy. You're not weighed down by toxins. You're not being weighed down by things that shouldn't be in your body. Like, my body is telling me what I like and what I don't like. Like, doing these fasts, I get to understand you can't eat that because this makes you feel some type of way. You can't eat this because this gives you a headache. You can't eat this because this makes you sleepy. You can't eat this because this makes you feel bloated. You can't drink this because this makes you feel that, this, and that, and the third. You get what I'm saying? So you have to learn yourself and learn your body and learn what works best for you. And I would like to say, if I have ever made anybody feel offended by me giving information about how to better eat, I do apologize, because it is not my place to tell you how to eat. It's just my my opinions on certain things don't matter. I'm just giving you an opinion. But I'm also letting you know that it's okay to try different ways, because you're not going to die. You're not going to die from not having those things that you are attached to. You're not going to die from stepping away from things that you are accustomed to. You're not going to fade away and be hungry because you decide to fast from eating a particular meat product. You're not going to harm yourself because you decide to not eat for 3 days. We have to start getting back into trusting God and how God wants us to move. If he's asking you to stop eating something, or if he's asking you to step away from certain food items, or step away from eating and drinking certain things, or any type of activities there may be, it's for a reason. It could be for you to kill off something spiritually that's an attachment in your life, in your present home, in your body, in your family. Like, you could be the person that's going to cure cancer because you have stopped eating something particular. You have stopped eating sugar. Because you have stopped eating sugar, and now your kids know how to stop. Your kids are never introduced to eating sugar. Now they have created a new lineage that will never see cancer. Do you get what I'm saying? Because you have learned how to heal your womb. You have learned how to better take care of the womb. The womb, you've learned how to cater to it a little better. There will not be any more mishaps in your family. There won't be any more miscarriages. There won't be any more endometriosis. There won't be any more fibroids. Do you get what I'm saying? Because you are making that change to better yourself. You are helping the next. You guys know that saying where it says one person heals, then they heal their whole family? That is true. When you start doing things that's best for you and operating in things that works best for you, you are healing everybody that's connected to you. You are healing everyone that's connected to you. Do you get what I'm saying? So because you took that stand and says, no, I don't want to drink this anymore. I don't want to be a part of that anymore. I don't want to showcase these attributes anymore. I'm going to step away because those things aren't for me anymore. You're creating healing. You're breaking curses. You're breaking chains that have been holding you on, holding you bound to doing certain things that you did not even need to be in the first place. When you constantly feed the addictions, when you're constantly feeding the cravings, you're tempting yourself. I don't take myself to nowhere where I feel it's going to have meat products, a lot of meat products, because I know it's temptation for me. I stay away. And if I repent, if I indulge, I ask for repentance. That's one of the things I've learned to do, because I know that I'm still weak in areas, so I stay away from things. I know that I'm still weak and I need to be made whole in certain areas, so I protect myself from those things. It's not going to be easy. And just now I had the question that came to me. If you're committing yourself to doing better, and if God is cleansing you of the fast, with the fast and the cleansings, Why do you introduce your body back to these items? That's what I just heard when I was talking about me repenting. Why am I even introducing my body back to the item? After I just gave a week to getting cleansed from it. I just gave 11 days, 21 days, 30 days, 90 days to being cleansed of something. Why do you reintroduce yourself back to it? That's called backsliding. That's called going backwards. That's called going back to the past, because you've already, 21 days form a habit. So if 21 days you have already not eating meat, you've already been drinking your water, you've already been getting on your grind, waking up early, doing your affirmations, doing your yoga, why start all the way over? Why start all the way from the beginning when you've already gotten so far? Like, your body is only going to respond in what you're doing actively, what you're actively doing every day. Speaking life over yourself, speaking life into yourself, committing to your life, committing to what God has for you. Then why do you step away from the goodness? Why do you step away from the glory? Why do we go back to our old habits? That's the question I want you guys to think about today. When you're struggling in your moments, or when you know that you shouldn't be eating Lay's potato chips at 3 a.m., why do you pick up the chips? Try something different. Maybe go get a cup of water or get a cup of tea. Maybe try some fruits. Maybe try to journal. Maybe try praying. And if you don't know how to pray, that is okay, because a lot of people are like, what am I praying to? Let's start here. Just start being grateful. Just start with gratitudes. I'm grateful for this day. I'm grateful for who I am. I'm grateful that in this moment that I'm craving that pizza, I want to stay committed and not eat right now because I know that it's bad for my body. I'm thankful that I'm learning new ways of how to be a better me. I'm thankful that I have the confidence in myself to trust that everything is working out in the divine good, the divine will. I'm trusting that I am aligned and I am aware of all things that I need for me today. I'm asking for clarity. I'm asking for wisdom. I'm asking for guidance to where I need to go and what things I need to stay away from. Just start saying what you need. I need peace right now. I'm hungry right now, but I know that I should not be eating. What should I do instead? What should I do? Just start. It's like as if you feel like it's foreign to you, that's the only way you can start. You have to start somewhere. Even if you get mad and you just be like, you know what, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of being hungry at 3 a.m. Why do I want to eat all the time? Why am I hungry all the time? You will get an answer. You just have to speak it. Speak what you need. Ask for what you need. And I guarantee you're going to get some type of response. But you have to be open to the response that you get. Because if you yell that out, and then 10 minutes later, you scrolling through, and you see a free trial for a boot camp that's on Saturday when you off, free. And it's going to be free for you for the full week if you show up. And you get a free trainer. And you say, nah, that ain't for me. That's not for me. You're not open to receiving your blessings. How you going to ask for help, but then deny it? You have to stay open to your healing, to your growth, and to what you need to do. If the doctor is telling you that you need a surgery for something and you are disagreeing with it, try some other methods. Say, hey, what am I supposed to do? Because I ain't trying to do the surgery. I ain't trying to do the surgery, so what am I supposed to do? And watch your answer be revealed to you. It may ask you to step away from eating things. It may ask you to work out more. It may ask you to take walks. But are you willing? When I got the message to not eat fish anymore, I was very upset. I think I might have cried. Because I said, vegetables only? Fruits and vegetables only? What am I supposed to do with that? But I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving that I'm able to make different meals. I'm loving that I'm able to create different, use different herbs and different spices to make my food taste so good. I never knew vegetables taste so good, but they do. And if you're like, nah, that ain't for me. Season your vegetables the same way you would season your steak or your shrimp or your fish or anything, and I guarantee you, you will love it. Guys, I just want you to commit to your healing. I want you to commit to your growth, commit to your elevation, and watch God make an extreme transformation in your life. I want you to know that you are loved, you are awesome, you are great, and I love you just for being you. And continue to stay on the grind, continue to stay committed, continue to stay buckled in, because we are doing more. We are doing more in this day. We are doing more. You can't say you didn't know because there's so many people out here telling you. You can't say I had no idea when there's so many people out here giving you messages. You have to be willing to connect in and connect to source and receive the messages that are divinely made for you. I want you guys to stay true to you, stay blessed, and I want you guys to like and subscribe and share this video and stay humbled throughout this journey. Stay patient with yourself. It's not easy, but you have to know that you have people around you that are going through the same things, that have been through the same things. And if you would like to talk, you can always DM me and we can schedule a moment to talk. We can go live, we can have conversations, we can pray together. Whatever you need, I am here for you. Thank you so much for being a part of my tribe. I love you so much, and I cannot wait to see you guys on March the 26th at 3 p.m. Please come to show up and show out because all cameras and eyes will be on you. You know what I'm saying? So come through, and I love you so much, guys. Have a great day.